Hi everyone, Teri Wellbrock here. I am so excited, I can hardly contain myself, and just had to share this amazing, happy, wonderful news before another special episode of the Healers of Hilton Head series. And that is that I received updated labs on the mycotoxins. As many of you know, I have been battling mycotoxin poisoning as a result of mold toxicity over, gosh, we're coming up on 2 years now, so a little over a year and a half. And I got my lab reports back, and all of the mycotoxins are back in the normal range. Like, I got a little teary eyed when I was saying it again, even though I've said it like 50 times in the past couple of days, telling friends and family and loved ones. So, super, super excited by that news. I have worked oh so hard at detoxing my body and doing so much work. I should do a whole episode just on everything that I went through for detoxing. Because it has been quite a journey. I still have the rash from the psoriasis. My body started attacking itself. Some autoimmune showed up, which can happen when you're battling mold toxicity. And we have pulled the last of the carpet out of our house and found remnants of mold in each of the 4 rooms upstairs that we replaced flooring, but we had our remediation team work with us, and all of that is remediated. And now we are finishing the last of the floor project. So the house will be clean, clean, clean of mold. And I am responding super well, and I'm just thrilled. So, this is another reminder to never give up. Keep searching, keep fighting, keep believing in yourself, keep looking for answers. Be your own advocate, be your own hero, because that is certainly what I've done for myself. And I did it with trauma, I've done it with this physical healing journey. And you are so very worthy of the peace and healing that comes from the work of being able to go into the darkness, to battle through it, and come out into the light. So anyway, my super super joyous news. I had something else I was going to tell you, and it popped right out of my head. Uh, so yeah, the Healers of Hilton Head series has just been such a great success so far. This is episode 5 of that series. So even if you don't live on Hilton Head Island, some wonderful healing, guidance, I guess is the perfect word, from the healers on this island. This island is just filled with beautiful souls doing magnificent healing work in the world. And so many of these healers are accessible via Zoom as well. So no matter where you are in the world, you can connect with them. All right, now for today's beautiful episode. Welcome, everybody, to the Healing Place podcast. I'm your host, Teri Wellbrock, and doing another happy dance today because this is part of the Healers of Hilton Head series, which really, some of my guests, for those of you who haven't been to Hilton Head, are in Bluffton and Beaufort. So there's this Lowcountry area. And I think I even have one coming from Charleston. But I'm just calling it Healers of Hilton Head because it has a little flow to it, all those H's. So today I am welcoming Janet Young, and she is founder of Rising Tides, Reiki, and Meditation. And so very, very excited to have you. So welcome, Janet.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, yes. And you're here to talk about really like your own journey into this healing modality. And I was just telling you before we hit record that I'm going to have to come see you because now I'm so excited about the work you're doing. And you've done work with some of the other healers that I've had on, which is amazing. And so, yeah, so talk to us a little bit about your journey of how you got into into Reiki and meditation.
Well, I've always been really interested in natural healing from forever. And I was pretty psychic and intuitive as a child, I ended up doing missionary work for 5 years in Chicago while I was very young at 18. And, being an empath and having those gifts just attracted me more and more into the healing arts, where I eventually landed. Um, I went to a very unique school, Dove Star, where we not only learned the basics for massage and body work, I also learned Reiki. And it was in Reiki actually brought me into the depth of where I am now. So when I first started Reiki, I began to see into people's chakras. So I would be doing Reiki on them and I would see what is happening, like downloads. And I didn't understand at first why I was seeing a barking dog in someone's solar plexus. But I went on then to investigate. I took some classes in shamanic journeying. I did a lot of shamanic journeying. I took a little more studies in shamanism, and I started to understand the animal totems better. And with shamanism, I began a really in-depth relationship with my personal spirit guides. And so from there, I guess it just expanded and expanded, to the 16 years in the healing arts, doing shamanic animal totem readings, doing Reiki, teaching Reiki, different various massage modalities, energy therapies, while in a meditative state. So being in that meditative state is what I'm really now offering people as a meditation teacher. So I feel honored that I can hold that space, having a Reiki and shamanic background, allowing people to sit with me, participate in a guided meditation that allows them to expand their spiritual capacities, overcome limitations in meditation, connect to their true self. They learn how to actually neutralize their own negative charges within, in ways that before I would always be offering that on the table in session, in Reiki, in massage, in these various energy therapies. But now I'm offering people a how-to with meditation to go that deep within themselves.
Wow. And what pops in my head is when you said the negative charge, I told you I was taking a somatic course, and we talk a lot about the negative charge attached to trauma. So I had a horrific childhood filled with trauma, and youth up until 22. And so I've done so much healing work and like really processed a lot of it and released. I always called it stored negative energy. And so I loved it that you just said that.
Yeah.
And so I've released a lot of it, but I had these lingering things that I just haven't been able to get to. And even my therapist on Tuesday, we were talking about, there's just something still there. And so this is such a curiosity now is sitting with you in a meditation, being able to then take myself into that space possibly and access that to release it.
Yes, for sure. I mean, that is my program actually. Arise Meditation Training Academy is the name of my 3-month program. And in that program, it's a procession, and we start out with some Buddhist meditations, Vipassana Metta, and we progress deeper and deeper into the chakras, journeying into your own chakras. So you're actually going into them as if you're opening the door to another land and stepping in. and seeing, feeling the sensation, what is stored here. And then, through the guided meditation, neutralizing that charge, letting it go, and realigning, with who your original blueprint is, who you are, your true self. Because as you know, sometimes those negative charges block who we really are.
Yes.
And it can be very challenging to figure out, okay, how do I, you can be aware that it's there, but not actually have the tools to let it go.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. Like I know it's there. I feel like I'm searching through for that missing piece of the puzzle, and I've got a million pieces of puzzle, and I'm like, oh, I know it's here. I can't access it. I can't find it. And yeah, so I love that idea of just going into a different level of consciousness, a different state, really, to to find it. And then I always say shine a light of hope on it, because to me it's like it's a darkness, and just to be able to yeah, I like the idea of what you said of just neutralizing the
Yeah,
charge. Yeah,
yeah.
beautiful. Awesome. All right. So now, do you do group meditations, or is it one-on-one?
Both.
Okay.
I do offer both because not everyone feels comfortable in a group setting, especially if they're coming from a place of anxiety
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah.
Right, right. Another thing that popped into my head is, and again, I'm just going from my heart when I ask these questions. So I know for myself, I was raised Catholic and still identifying Christian. So for a long time, when I would hear like shamanic, or I would hear certain words, it would almost be like, oh, like people will hear Buddhist meditations. It's not about religion. This is a spiritual practice. Is that correct?
Yes, yes. I mean, yes. I do get these questions sometimes. You know, it has to be experienced to be understood, I believe, meditation and Reiki. Um, Theoretically, um, some of the deeper meditations were created by Buddha, of course, coming from the culture that he was born into. But the light that is shed in this method of meditation that he's given us is non-denominational. I mean, you're going in, and when you connect deep into your true self, I mean, you know, that's where all your stuff is. So if you have anger inside, is it Hindu anger? Is it Christian anger? No, it's just anger, right?
Right. No, I mean, thank you for clarifying it. I only ask because I know my audience will ask, or some of them will. I know myself, I don't think of it as a religious thing. I think it's just a spiritual, a light. And again, God, universe, source, whatever people want to label they want to put on it. It's just a higher power. And yes, and we all have that light within us. I saw you, like going like this. I always feel it like in my heart, in my soul, in
Yeah.
my chest. I don't. That's just where it is in me.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, our heart space, our heart chakra, it's a conversion point for all of the energies of our lower chakras, everything that's coming up from the earth, and our connection to the divine from above. So our heart center is like, yeah, major.
Yes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So Reiki, I don't know if I've had a lot of people. I have like 250 episodes, and we just haven't really talked a lot about Reiki and um, how it's used and how it's practiced, and what is the intent behind it. Can you shed some light on
Yeah,
that for us?
sure. I love Reiki. Reiki changed my life so much, really freeing me from illusion. Um, so Reiki is essentially the marriage of divine energy and life force energy practiced. And so when you begin Reiki, I incorporate many meditations in my Reiki training, which is the way Mikao Usui, the founder of Reiki, created it in his practices. I am constantly being guided through Reiki. Reiki is an intelligence that's connected to divine energy and life force energy. And it brings me back to the original Reiki. So in Reiki, what you're doing is allowing and connecting to divine energy, life force energy, allowing it to flow through you, embody you, and then allowing it or sending it, or some people will gently lay their hands on another to give Reiki. Some people put their hands a little bit above the body. You can send it long distance, across town, anywhere, allowing it to flow through you, sending that vibration to the other person. So it then goes into their field and they allow themselves to absorb it, receive it, and reap the benefits.
Yes. And now do they experience things? Do you experience things and then communicate it to people? Is it either or?
Yeah, it can be both or either or. Everybody, develops their own signature style the longer they do it. I tend to get a lot of downloads when I'm doing it that I share with people, usually at the end of the session, of what came up, what I saw in their chakras. Usually they experience something too. They will feel something or see something or have a sense of something. um, some people will see an ancestor, like, who's passed, or something that will come through, divine messages. Reiki is not limited, it's multidimensional. So it's really open. It's important to open your mind and allow yourself to trust divine energy and be able to receive whatever is needed for the healing.
Oh, and that was my next question. So it's really a healing practice as far as, and when healing, it can be physical, it can be emotional, mental, all of the above.
Yes. Yeah, I would say it's an ancient wellness practice that allows healing to flow. Yeah.
I love that. Now you mentioned life force energy. What is that?
So life force energy, it's known in Chinese as qi. I believe it's Hebrew, it's prana, or it has many names in different cultures. Life force energy is the energy that encompasses all living matter here. It flows through the earth, it flows up through our feet, it fills us. So we're tapping into the force that's already here. That is our birthright. That's given to us to work with. You'll see people who practice Tai Chi using it. Reiki is very unique because it's marrying that with divine energy
Oh, that's so
together.
cool.
It's a very powerful force. Yeah.
Yeah, well, one of the messages I got, I told you I'd done the harmonic egg, and I received all kinds of downloads. I never understood that until I actually experienced it. Now I'm like, oh, I get it. But one of the messages I got was, you are both of the earth and of the light, and that,
That's it.
yes. And so I was being told that I am a prism for that light to bring it to others. And so I was like, oh, okay, that makes so much sense. But when you're talking now, that, like, I feel that connection now. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh. Yeah, it was. Oh, so cool. That's so cool. Well, again, I'm excited to, yeah, to come connect with you. But you don't just do it in person. You can do like, do you meet with people via Zoom or?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Wonderful. All right. So anyone listening all over the world, my global audience, I don't know if I've mentioned it lately, but now in 115 countries. So no matter where you are tuning in, yes, you can connect with Janet and do this work, powerful healing work. So that's wonderful.
Yeah. If I do have a free guided meditation that I am offering to anyone if they're interested, and that's on my website. So that's www.risingtides Reiki meditation / freebie.
Awesome. I love it that you've helped me now pronounce Reiki correctly because I was saying Reiki, but I call my son Jake. This one, Jakey. I'm the only one who can get away with calling him Jakey. So now I'm just like, oh, it rhymes with Jakey, Reiki. All right, I got it now. Now I'll never mispronounce it.
Yeah. So, well, it's Ray is actually higher power, divine energy, and key is life force. So it's
Okay.
where the word originates.
Wonderful, wonderful. Is there anything else that you wanted to touch upon that we haven't had a chance to talk about yet?
I mean, one of my favorite meditations that I personally love is metta meditation. And that is an original Buddhist meditation. And the story behind it and how it came to be is an ancient story. So there was a group of students that Buddha was training in meditation, and he would have them go out and meditate, you know, in the woods for days on end. Well, this one group went into the woods and they weren't received well in the land. They felt scared. It wasn't comfortable. And so they left and they came back, and he told them to go back out and taught them metta. And so, metta, we're connecting to love, kindness, and compassion in a very, very deep way. And we're breathing that in, we're taking it in from the universe, from ourselves, from the earth. We're feeling it in our heart space, and then we're sending it out. So we're filling our own aura, our energy field. We're sending it out, like blowing it up like a giant balloon. And as they did this, the animals, the trees, the woods they were in, it all became more friendly. And they were able to stay there, not only stay there, but be happy there. And it's just an amazing meditation because you're truly blessing yourself and others, and you're raising the vibration of the planet at the same time by sending this love out. So yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Yes. And that's one of the practices that people can do with you as well.
Meditation, yeah.
Yes, meditation. That had not come across my radar before. And I have to tell you, and I don't know why, but as you're talking, like this green light keeps flashing, and I don't have any sort of green light in here. So I don't know what green means, but I'm just telling you that I'm seeing this green that keeps
Green is
appearing.
heart chakra, usually heart. Yeah, that's funny. One of my teachers from my training always said, because I would often have lights go on, and she said, well, you're a light worker. There's always going to be a light going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, okay, maybe that's just verification.
Right, right. Oh, I love it. Well, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the green. So I think that's fantastic. I know I had a friend tell me years ago, Teri, you know you're a light worker, right? And I was like, what the heck's a light worker? And so I've learned a lot about it since. And yeah, I love the idea of being here to help shine that light of hope and love and joy and peace and all of that goodness.
Yeah, Yeah, it feels good.
Yes. Oh, for sure. For sure. Well, this has just been such a joy to have you here and very enlightening. I've learned a lot. So, like how to say Reiki, like Jakey. So, yeah, how do people connect with you and find you?
Yeah, so there's a couple of ways. I have two websites, Rising Tides Reiki Meditation and also Massage by Janet.
Wonderful. All right. You got it, folks. And I'll put it in show notes as well. And I've been telling folks as I'm doing the Hilton Head Healers of Hilton Head series, I'm wearing Hilton Head shirts. So today I have on my Hilton Head basketball. My daughter is a student at Hilton Head High School. And so she was playing basketball last year. And so yeah, I'm trying to promote and wear my Hilton Head stuff as I'm doing this series. And yeah, supporting the Lowcountry. I love living here. It was a dream. We vacationed here for 20 years, and then had always said we wanted to retire here. And when our daughter was getting ready to transition from elementary school to high school, I said, all right, kiddo, where do you want to go to high school? And she said, I think I want to go to Hilton Head. And we were like, what? And she said, well, why can't I live on the island for 4 years before going off to college? And we were, all right, that's some good logic, kiddo. Let's try it. And so we toured the school. She loved it. And yeah, so now here we are living on Hilton Head Island and loving it.
Yeah, yeah. Hilton Head it's a very unique place, and the energies that are very to me, I feel them strong. There's places, the Indian shell ring, the Native American shell ring in sea pines is very special and unique, a very strong energy vibe there. There's other locations. There's three shell ring circles on the island, and they actually form a triangle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is there one in Honeyhorn? Is there?
It's by Green Shell Park has one, and
Okay.
there's another one located on actually someone's private land.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. Well, again, I told you before hitting record that I'm just feeling such a connection to nature. I mean, this
Yeah.
island's full of such beauty, but they leave the trees, that's what I always loved about this island was just how connected I feel when here. Well, I remember coming over the bridge for the first time and I looked at my then husband and I said, um, I don't know how to explain this, but this feels like home. It was just as if it just embraced me as soon as we pulled onto the island. So yeah, I love it.
Check
All
out
right.
the one at Green Shell Park for yourself.
Yes, for sure. Oh yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah.
If you
Awesome.
can't find it, text me. I'll help you.
All right. Yay. Yay. It's what is it? Green shell? I'm writing that
Green
down.
Shell Park. Yeah. You actually go into the park, and then there is a cemetery to the left. You go through the gates of the cemetery and you go right, and there is a sacred place behind there. I believe that historically they put up some signs to let you know
Okay.
about it. And then you can journey through there. And that's where the shell ring circle is. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going for sure. Yes. It's on my to-do list this week now. So all right. Well, thank you so much for joining me here on the show and for the beautiful healing work that you do in the world.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. All right. Well, everyone, thanks for joining us today on the Healing Place podcast. And remember, until next time, be gentle with yourself. Thanks. Bye-bye. Hey, everybody. Teri Wellbrock again. Just wanted to thank you for listening to the episode today and remind you to visit my website as well as the Academy www.teriwellbrock.com for the courses. But if you go to my website, teriwellbrock.com, you can sign up for my monthly Hope for Healing newsletter, which is also jam-packed with information and strategies and blog pieces and guest blog pieces and links to shows, and just a great space for, again, healing. Thanks for, again, being here and being a part of this healing space. I very much appreciate you. All right. Bye-bye.